God, I was under there for a while.
If he can walk
under here.
alive, he can have it. Hell, I'd say he's earned it.
Hello?
God knows you didn't.
Hit her! Yay! Hit him back! Yay! Whether you agree or disagree with the title of this video, some of the topics I'm about to go over definitely contribute to the success and love many have for this game and the whole series. Let's get started. The story is this game's bread and butter. The Uncharted series fictitiously uses real historical figures to represent our main protagonist, making it a bit more interesting. Nathan Drake, the supposed lineal heir of Sir Francis Drake, who is a real-life English explorer from the late 1500s, aims to fulfill his great ancestor's shoes by finding worthwhile treasure over and over and over again. Our story starts off by throwing you right in the action, in the midst of an intense storm with another character we haven't seen before, Sam Drake, Nathan's brother. Nathan's explorer brother, who we haven't heard of until the fourth game in a series that's literally about exploring. Shortly after, we flash back to experience a part of Nathan Drake's childhood we haven't seen before. We see a young Nathan living at an orphanage to emphasize the history of him and his brother's close relationship, since it hasn't been done before.
It's good to see you, little brother.
And also to showcase he's always just been sick nasty when it comes to parkour for no reason.
It's a nice view, huh?
The entire intro alone of this game gives me chills to this day, and I'll tell you why. They throw you right into the action, no storytelling yet, just intense gameplay and questions that build your interest, such as who's that in the boat with Nathan? What did you guys do and why are they attacking you? And finally, how the hell did you even end up here? This isn't even the best part of the intro that gets me excited. Once you make it through the orphanage, the game takes you back into the future, leading you to wonder where exactly is Nathan, and how did he get here? The jail you're in is a Spanish-speaking jail, so not everyone playing is going to understand what the guys are saying. I'm good, how are you? You finally make it through the prison to discover you're there with your brother, and you guys create an escape plan. Then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose.
And if you ever cross me
Just when you're on the cusp of escaping and overlooking the amazing graphics, you're faced with the tragedy of having to leave your brother behind and escape.
No!
Just barely making it away and nearly facing your death. And that is just the beginning of the game. I don't know what the deal is with new modern AAA games, but they always have to flex by putting a mission of your hometown house. So you get to walk around and say, hey look, these characters are normal people too. And you look out the window and you notice the small details, like the lady walking her dog in the distance, and all the crud that's all over the counter. Yeah. In this part of the game, you have Drake living a normal life, but you can tell he's thinking of the old days. He's in the attic right now and his playtime gets interrupted by Elena because dinner's ready.
Bullseye. Right.
Drake begrudgingly goes downstairs to eat dinner and his wife is talking to him, but he's reminiscing his exploring days. The game itself knows you're just trying to get some treasure and tests you to see if you were listening.
Ah! What?
Where are you? And what's my article about?
I don't fucking know. Drake feels bad enough, so he offers to do the dishes, but doesn't do charity for nobody, so he suggests playing Crash Bandicoot, which I don't have a good history with.
Let me try to earn it or something. Let me, play you for it.
You'll play me for it?
Yeah, your little TV game thing.
Crash Bandicoot. Why is a fox smashing crates?
Bandicoot, and it's what he does.
Oh, she's right. It is a Bandicoot.
What? Is that it?
You asked for it.
Shut up, Elena, before I go on a worldwide trip without you. And Drake is such a dick to Elena that there was a time where he sat up all night catching up with his brother before he even mentioned he's married.
Paid off the car, the house, engagement ring. I'm married. I can't believe... Elena, from the stories, that's my wife.
Or even realized he didn't tell her about his super close brother he had.
Shit, I gotta tell her all about you.
You lied to me for weeks, and now you have a brother.
I feel like I should probably take the scuba gear off. If you like action adventure games and or like the idea of traveling, the Uncharted franchise hits the nail on the head. You go through all these different games traveling to different countries, pulling off Tom Cruise level stunts, and it is always bad freaking ass. Uncharted 2, you climb a train that just barely falls off the edge. Uncharted 3, you're climbing a sinking ship, and Uncharted 4, you're wreaking havoc and driving through a city causing mass mayhem. And when you hit a dead end, you grapple hook out of desperation just to pull yourself in. And now you're in a traveling convoy. And my only complaint is that Sully can't come with you for this one.
Sully, say cheese.
Mate, come on.
Come on, say cheese.
Cheese.
There's a few different elements to the gameplay, and I'll get into 3 of the big elements, but first, I'm going to talk about the combat. The combat is good, and I appreciate it for one big detail that I will get into during the graphics portion of the video. But before I say that, I'll explain the many types of ways to combat through enemies. You can go in guns blazing, stealthily eliminate Assassin's Creed style,
Just hope I bag him first.
or my personal favorite, the only thing I can complain about with the combat isn't a big deal to some, but at times it got me to feel pretty aggravated. On the harder difficulties, you have a very limited time to stick your head out and shoot your enemies before your screen turns black and white and then you're finished. The problem with this is the entire army of enemies are experts at throwing grenades in your exact longitude and latitude, forcing you to change spots. What the fuck is this? Not only that, but if you don't move for a second, you got the Gatling gun son of a bitch from Resident Evil mowing you down, giving you no chance of surviving. The second part of the gameplay is a good majority of this game, the parkour. Any bit of realism goes right out the window because this is ridiculous and doesn't really seem to care. And honestly, neither do I really, because this is so damn funny to me. Whee! The last part of the gameplay is the puzzles throughout it. They're not too complicated for a majority of the audience, but you can't do all of them with your mind turned off. The scuba gear's in the way. The one big detail that I love about the combat, which I mentioned earlier, is that this game has such great, realistic graphics, but they don't sacrifice the fluidity of the gameplay just to make it look realistic. The combat gives you complete control of your movements, and it doesn't feel clunky like some other modern AAA games where they can't seem to find the balance between realism and fun by giving the player complete control. As much as I appreciate what looks realistic and cool, I'd much prefer the loose gameplay that is more focused on the fun feel. But the best thing about this game is you get both. With how the characters look in the cutscenes and how they look during the gameplay, it is so damn impressive. I have complete control to make my character move freely to the point where I can try to make him look ridiculous, but you can see the realism in how he moves around. Another portion of the graphics I enjoy is obviously the map. The map is beautiful no matter where you are in the game, and the cool thing is they know it too. One way is by making the characters recognize it in Madagascar when they slow down the movement and pan out for a full view.
Feast your eyes, gentlemen. Wow.
Spectacular.
What is the best way to get connected to any story? Uncharted games are known for their stories, and they're what I like to call movie games. They're one of the only games where I love the cutscenes almost as much as I love the gameplay, and sometimes I like them even more. It's all because of the characters. They're just written so well and so damn entertaining.
Gotta say that wasn't the slowest dive I've ever sat through.
Hold on, is that a compliment? Because I'm stunned.
Nah, you know what's stunning? Your smell.
I don't know, man. I kind of like it. Reminds me of your mom.
Oh, hi, Nadine. Ow!
Hey, Nadine. Great to see you again. Okay, mango. Mango.
What are you on about?
Oh, it's my safe word.
Are you always this clever? I'm tired of the silence. I'm tired of your
Alright, I'm sorry.
And I'm tired of you!
Mango! Scuba Nate from the top! Even though Drake was a dick to Elena before, she comes and saves your life. Then you go on this nice romantic drive. reflecting on your entire relationship, and it's just beyond beautiful. And then you remember she beat you at Crash Bandicoot.